Meow. Hello world. This is the first bi-weekly state of the game video. We'll be breaking down my development progress in more detail. Before we begin though, I wanted to quickly thank all of you for the insane amount of love and engagement I've received from you on my introduction video. You went above and beyond all of my expectations, and we hit our first milestone of 100 subs. Y'all really made my week, so thank you. I will continue delivering and improving. Now back to the video. The game at this point in time is really raw, like steel breathing type of raw, but I still have some cool things to show off. So far, I have the main menu, character customization, game saving and loading, options, fully working localization scripts, random terrain generation, movement, and full gamepad support. Let's go over each of those one by one. When creating a new game, you are first met with the customization screen, where you can customize your character's eye color, skin tone, hairstyle and color, as well as beard style and color, with an option to match it to hair color. And you can also pick between a male and a female character. After creating your character, you get to name them, you get to name your world, and there is also a virtual keyboard included for gamepad players. Then you just hit OK and create your world. After creating a world, it'll be stored on a loading tab. You can create as many as you want, and they will all be sorted by recently played. You can also delete or favorite them here. The menu can be navigated with this nifty little scroll bar that I definitely didn't spend a week to properly code and debug. It's still not perfect. Anyway, next up on the list is the Options tab. So far, it only has an empty blueprint, other than the Language tab. Here, the game lists all the language files present in the game folder, and translates the game whenever you pick between them. The system was, I'd say, pretty well done, and localizing the game will not be a hard task when time comes. The game world itself at the moment is just a textureless mess. That's just how the development process goes for most games. First you make a sort of skeleton with all the code, and the graphics come later so that you don't overstimulate yourself with multitasking. However, there is still beauty to be found. The terrain is generated randomly with two biomes, those being plains and hills. The movement code, that I definitely didn't copy, is also pretty much done, including slope movement, coyote time, input buffering, and other buzzwords that I'm not gonna bore you with. Let's talk about the known issues now. Remember the scroll bar part? Yeah, I'm not done debugging that. When you enter the loading tab, delete or favorite saves, the game has a pretty unpleasant lag spike, which becomes worse the more saves you have. I am pretty sure this has to do with the way the game tries to process buttons in those cases, which essentially all happens in one moment, and hence the lag spike. I'll fix it someday, but for now I wanna focus on other things in my plan. First changes on the list right now are adding some things to the saving system, and then expanding on the world generation, and adding things like different types of terrain, color variety, resource generation, etc. I'm gonna come back to coding the game soon after this video is uploaded, and hopefully the next part is not gonna be too boring. Also, quick side note, I was recommended to add Bluesky to my list of socials, so that's up and running too now, link down below as usual. That's all for today though. Once again, have a good one, and I'll see you soon.